Hi, Dallas.
Hi, Nancy. Are you ready for your 41 question interview about hair?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, so first question, what is hair?
Well, hair is made of a protein called keratin, and it can be found on all parts of the body.
I like your Christmas tree.
Thanks. It's really old.
Speaking of old, do scientists think hair grows in concentrated locations as a result of evolution?
Yes, definitely. Humans and horses are the only animals and people who have hair in concentrated areas, which probably results in evolution.
Why do you think that is? Why would growth of hair on our bodies be detrimental enough to be selected against?
Well, no one knows for sure why yet, but there are lots of theories. Some think that humans might have selected against body hair because it could contain lice, fleas, and ticks that could carry disease. Others think the use of clothing could have left body hair useless, or that sexual selection may have played a role.
Yuck, please. So, what is sexual selection?
Sexual selection is where a trait is selected for based off of a female's preference for a mate.
Why would that play a role in the evolution of our hair?
Well, scientists think that females might have preferred males with hair on the top of their heads as opposed to their whole body. We're not quite sure why yet, but when they select them, more offspring with hair similar to that are born.
So we know why having body hair isn't beneficial, but why was head hair beneficial?
Because it served many purposes. For example, it was useful in blocking out UV rays and control the sweat in our heads.
If head hair is so beneficial, why do people bald as they age?
The death of cells that lead to hair growth causes hair to fall out and go bald. This is more to do with aging than evolution. Next question.
Okay, so what about people born without the ability to grow hair?
This is something that scientists don't know the answer to, but there are speculations. For example, some think it could be a random mutation, and others think it could have arisen as a beneficial trait on the equator because people had to release heat quickly, and this was easier to do with less body hair.
I'm still unsure. How does our hair even grow?
Well, something called a hair bulb anchors your hair to the scalp, and within it, cells divide and grow.
Obviously, hair is not only grown on our heads. We also have facial hair. I've always wondered, does it have an actual purpose?
Yes, each thing on our face, beards, eyebrows, eyelashes, and other hair on your face, all have their own purpose.
What are beards exactly?
Well, beards are more coarse and curly hair that grows mainly on men's faces.
Aren't beards interesting from a scientific perspective? What's up with them?
Beards are interesting. Scientists can only theorize about why we have them, though. From a genetic perspective, men have more testosterone, which increases the size of hair on their faces during puberty, resulting in beards.
So, genetically, beards are caused by hormones. I still don't understand why beards are still around. Are they useful for something?
The face is a sensitive area. Beards just help protect it.
Why do scientists think this?
Because research has shown that other animals, such as lions, display behavior that suggests that their hair, such as the mane, helps protect them during fights.
Oh, that was close.
Thanks.
Okay, so, why else might hair be useful?
Studies show that longer facial hair can protect against harmful UV rays better than short hair.
What about sexual selection?
Well, studies also show that women find men with beards more attractive and that they appear older and have a higher social status. So it is entirely possible that sexual selection played a role in the prevalence of beards.
What's the difference between selecting a trait based on sexual preference and based on survival?
They're just different modes of selection: sexual selection and natural selection.
Ah, okay. So could you explain to the viewers what natural selection is?
Of course, natural selection is when organisms with traits that are better suited for their survival in an environment are passed within each generation.
So is the evolution of different types of facial hair caused by natural selection and sexual selection?
Actually, not all facial hair is a result of both types of selection. For example, nasal hair is probably just a result of natural selection. You know, I'm getting kind of cold down here. Let's head back up upstairs.
Okay, why don't you tell us more about nasal hair then?
Nasal hair is basically hair that is in your nose. Honestly, people don't find nasal hair that attractive, which contributes to scientists thinking that nasal hair is just a result of natural selection. Charles, what are you doing here?
Hi, I've been listening in, but I can't think of why nasal hair would be useful. Why would it be selected for?
Well, there's not a lot of research on this, because people don't realize the value of nasal hair research. However, many scientists think that nasal hair may filter out allergens from the air and prevent sickness. Charles, I'm a little tired. Do you want to take over?
Sure.
Alright, bye guys.
Hey Charles, how would that work exactly?
Particles and pathogens get stuck in the mucus that is stuck to the hair. Hold on, I'm getting a text from a Nancy.
What is she asking?
She's asking if people don't like nasal hair, wouldn't that mean we would see a decrease in the volume of nasal hair people have?
Do you know the answer to that?
I'm replying that, not exactly. Some people live in dustier or drier areas, and bushier nose hair is beneficial to keep the dust out of their airways.
So Charles, how does nasal hair support evolution?
Well, many other animals also have nasal hair, which suggests a common ancestor that us and other animals evolved from.
What about other facial hairs, like eyelashes?
Thinking about it, eyelashes are kind of weird, don't you think?
Yes.
However, contrary to what people might think, eyelashes do have a purpose.
Oh, really? What is their purpose? I always thought it was just to use for mascara, but I guess not.
Our eyes are very sensitive. Eyelashes help to keep dust and other particles out of the eye.
Ah, so they were naturally selected for?
Yes, and they are beneficial because they keep debris from infecting our eye, so they were selected for it.
Is there anything else eyelashes are good for?
Yes, interestingly, they are kind of like whiskers and can help sense things so the eye knows to blink when there's danger.
What about rain? Do eyelashes also keep out other things besides dust?
Yes, spot on! They can be used to keep moisture or rain out of the eye because of their curved shape.
I didn't know you knew that much about lashes. What about brows?
Eyebrows are these weird things of hairs above our eyes.
Yeah, they're weird, right? What's their purpose then?
Eyebrows have a crazy number of purposes for seemingly insignificant strips of hair. First off, they prevent moisture, sweat, and rain from getting into the eyes.
So, they're just like eyelashes. Are eyebrows basically the same as eyelashes then?
No, they do also filter dust, but research shows that eyebrows express emotion.
Am I sensing more sexual selection?
Bingo! Hundreds of years ago, eyebrows were more prominent to make humans look more intimidating. Eyebrows, therefore, could have been used as a way for men to show their dominance and mate.
Oh, you're right. Humans did used to have prominent brows. Was there any other reason for this?
Scientists have also thought that they have served a practical function of filling in the space between the brain and eye sockets, or acted as a stabilizer so that the skull could withstand the force of a strong jaw chewing on food.
Okay, back to emotion. Today, eyebrows aren't used to show dominance. What are they used for then? Socially, that is.
Eyebrows are used to convey emotion and help people communicate their emotions more clearly.
Oh, that's so interesting. Can you show the camera some examples? How could that have changed over time? From showing dominance to showing whatever that just was?
Well, scientists think that showing emotion could have developed with speech so that humans could better communicate.
Okay, I think we've spent more than enough time on facial hair. Now what about the difference between different types of hair?
Oh, that's an interesting topic. Obviously, there are different hair colors and textures, but scientists are still trying to figure this out.
Could these differences be explained by race?
Yes, different races have hair colors and textures. That's probably due to the environment that ancestors lived in.
What does that say?
It says, are there any examples? Which I can answer. African American hair is primarily curly, and this could be due to the intense UV light exposure in Africa, in which curly hair proved to be more beneficial in cooling and protecting the scalp from the sun.
That's natural selection, right? Any examples of sexual selection?
In Asia, there wasn't enough intense heat to create the need to evolve hair into curly formations, and through sexual selection, straight hair was found to be more desirable and was passed down through generations.
Okay, thank you so much for telling us about hair today. Where could viewers go to find more information on this? Right there?
Yup, right there.
We did it! Now get out of my house.
Okay.